TV6 and Strata WebView proudly present Uintah Basin High School basketball coverage in high definition. Season coverage is sponsored by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, and Western Petroleum.
A senior, Katie Bettis.
Welcome back to Union High School this time. We've seen these two teams play already once this year, but we're at Union High School. Brian Baldwin, Mark Mason, another broadcast of high school basketball here on VTV, where the Union Lady Cougars host the Uintah Lady Utes. The Lady Utes 2-6 in the region, on their way to get that fourth spot in the region for the playoffs. Union winless, no, I believe they won one game in the region, Mark, and looking for another one tonight. If they win tonight, they're on their way to maybe tying Uintah, having a tiebreaker scenario, or we'll see how it all plays out. But tonight's game very important for both teams if they do want to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and you look at the records, Uintah clearly having the more successful overall record, but Union, if they win tonight, tie the Utes in region play, and that's the only important number. You know, that's the one that, you know, determines if you're going to be playoff seeding, you know, where you're going to be playoffs.
Well, we've got the starting lineups here. Union, Haley Horrocks, 00, Allie Ross, 3, Lexi Anderson, 10, Missy Gingell, 12, Chelsea Burchell, number 23. On Uintah side, some familiar names. It's the third game in a row we've covered for Uintah. Erin Elder, number 1. It's easy, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Katie Bettis is 22. But Erin Elder, number 1, Haley Bunderson, number 2, Rachel Wright, number 3, Taylor Henline, 4, and Katie Bettis, number 22.
You know, and the last time we saw these two play, Erin Elder, of course, she's so important to what the Utes do, and then the Cougars did not handle the full court press well. And so I'm sure they've worked on that. They know what to expect this time. Might be a different ball game, especially where they're on their home court. And Horrocks tips the ball out of bounds.
So the ball goes to Union somehow.
Well,
it's like Union controlled the tap and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, she got up higher than everyone else and just swatted that ball backwards and starts off with some home cooking. Yep. I don't see anyone on the Cougars side complaining about that call.
First time this year we've seen Uintah in their away jerseys. Kind of reminiscent of the old maroonish red.
Yeah, they've been away from that color, it seems like, for years, but.
Bunderson up top. Rachel Wright, who on senior night fouled out pretty early. See if she can stay out of foul trouble tonight.
Oh,
now the ball's on the floor.
Oh,
see Missy get that in the nose.
Yeah, she got right in the nose. There's going to be an official timeout.
Yeah, that was a
But it looked like a shoulder, right? Was it head-to-head or was it shoulders?
Oh, man, I honestly think it was head to nose. Top of the head.
Yeah, and she's bleeding, so we're going to take a – looks like they've got a substitute coming in, so we're going to keep it here, Brian.
Yeah,
if you want to thank one of our sponsors, we'll have this little break. We have CrossFit Avenue. CrossFit Avenue wants to break down some of the myths. Myth 1, CrossFit's for elite athletes only. The fact is we want to teach everyone who has a desire to improve their quality of life. Myth number 2, CrossFit is way too expensive. The fact is it's the most inexpensive way to learn fitness from a certified trainer. They are not discount CrossFit.
Maddie Ivey in the game for Missy Gingell.
Yeah, she got popped really hard. It's like you said, right away you could see it was going to be bad. And she went down, so she's in the locker room trying to get that nosebleed stopped. Still 0-0 with 1 minute left, or 1 minute out of the game. Nice drive, but couldn't finish. And you see that all the time, Brian. They take a bad angle. You can't hit that little 1-foot floater. It just floats over the rim. You know, if they step out 1 foot away from the backboard, then they can use the glass and put it in.
Erin Elder for 3. It's long. Rebound. Bettis
puts it up and in. Bettis. Nice offensive board. Here comes that full court press we were talking about. And the Utes disrupt what the Cougars are trying to do, knock it out of bounds. And a lot of times on the press, it's not so much the turnover, it's getting them frustrated so they do make the mistake next time down the court.
There's Haley Horrocks taking a shot from the elbow, and she's fouled. Bettis in foul trouble. Well, I mean, an early foul. You don't want to get fouled this early. She's not in trouble yet.
Minute and a half in the game and already picked up your first. And that's a little bit lazy defense. You kind of reached in and, you know, instead of just standing straight up, if you stand straight up and challenge that ball, she has an equal chance of missing it as you do if you reach in and draw that foul. So kind of a little bit lazy on the defense with that reach in.
And that's a good sign, hitting 2 for 2 on free throws to start this game.
Ties the score up 2-2. Low scoring affair so far. Cougars could have had a trap there in the corner. Bettis caught the ball way down in the corner.
Trying to get it to Henline, knocked her away. So Uintah to inbound. Headline gets stuffed. They're going to call it jump ball. That's good because while Headline had a grip on the ball, Union defender had her hand right on top, forced her to kind of go up and down, but they'll give them the jump on that. Uintah gets the ball off the jump ball.
Yeah, you've got to call something. It's either a travel or a jump. I think probably the right call.
Nice shot by Bunderson from the side. That's one of the tougher shots.
Here comes that trap.
Allie Ross forced it to the left hand, and
they caused a turnover with quick feet, and they weren't no reaching. They just were forcing her in a spot where there was 2 defenders. Well done by the Utes, who lead 4-2, Brian.
Elder with the teardrop.
That is such a difficult shot with somebody charging at you that's taller. And you get it up high. Here comes the trap again. Oh, and it could have been a turnover.
Union saved it out of bounds. Uintah the other way. 5.5 first quarter. Oh! Used the glass. She kind of started taking the steps a little early.
Well, you know, and what you see there with Rachel Wright coming charging down the lane, it could have been a charge, and then we have a foul on Haley Horrocks.
And now Rachel Wright on the ground.
Physical
Missy
game
Gingell.
so far, huh, Brian?
Yeah, Missy Gingell is yet to come out of the locker room.
And Rachel's still on the ground, but she came down the lane so fast. A lot of times you see him, you know, offensive foul. And she contorted her body to get around, but then just shortchanged the layup, and it hit right off the front of the rim. She's up and good.
She's holding her mouth like something happened there too. We need a good dentist here.
I'll just spit them out. We'll put the teeth back in later. So in to replace Rachel is Jessica Spencer.
Some unusual subs early for both these teams. Bunderson, she's shooting a lot more than we've seen the last 2 games. That should have been a travel or a foul. They got the foul on Taylor Henline.
Taylor Henline hits her from behind, and you're right, you've got to call something. The step happened. Was it a step because the offensive player traveled or was fouled, and they called foul?
Allie Ross back to Burchell.
Too much dribbling, almost gets herself in trouble.
Nice
entry pass down low. We've talked about this multiple times on full court presses. Sometimes, and the Utes turn it over. Or was it tip ball?
Wow,
sometimes you beat that press, Brian, and you're so excited you beat the press that you rush a shot that you normally wouldn't have shot. We've got.
Oh man.
We've got a.
I'm watching that referee, and he called a tip on that pass, the one that went backcourt, and it seemed kind of well, it upset the Union coach. He's right there. And then he's about to call it here when it was just dribbled right out of bounds. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's going to be just a 30-second timeout, so 4:41, first period clock mark. Back in Union High School tonight.
Always good to come over here to Roosevelt and come to the Union High School facility. They always get a good crowd out here. Want to thank Ashley Regional Medical Center. Ashley Regional provides the most technologically advanced radiology services in northeastern Utah, including the fabulous Hawkeye 4 nuclear medicine machine and 64 slice CT scanner. I need a raise after saying that.
I remember the first time I saw that technologically. I couldn't even sound it out.
Right. Let's spell it. TECH, Ashley Regional Medical Center. Always supporting high school sports and other great events in the Uintah Basin.
All right, so you win a ball. They did get the call right on this.
A little bit sloppy. They did get the call right, and you're right. That's good communication between the officials. And the official that had the right look did get override that.
Bettis baseline. She loves that move.
Oh.
Headline.
Oh, couldn't get it to drop. Nice rebound coming back the other way. Chelsea Burschel's got the rebound, kicked it out.
So far, 2 layups missed by Union, 1 by Uintah on great plays. And a foul on headline. Wow, how many did she have? 2?
She's going to have 2, and now you can officially say foul trouble.
Yes.
4 minutes left in the first period, 2 fouls.
Yeah, not even halfway through this first period.
And here comes the substitution, and that's a pretty easy.
Baker.
Yep, that's a pretty easy call. Stacy Baker, 6 foot, junior, checks in.
Victoria Middleton's usually the substitute at this point in time.
We've already seen a nice box out.
That's a missed shot, Bunderson to Bettis.
So dangerous from the wing. Wasn't able to get that to go. What a nice rebound by Baker. Flat-footed, and that puts it up.
Oh, they got to call something there. Jump ball, good call. It just kind of seemed like it was a mess in there.
Again, a little bit sloppy here on the side of both teams. We got to come up with a name for Baker. I mean, that red hair, the red rifle. Can we steal that from the NFL? No.
Not when it's my team.
Oh, that's right. You're from the Cincinnati area, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. There's another foul. There's a lot of fouls here on the Uintah Lady Utes.
Hey, the good news about the Bengals is they made the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they had to go to Texas both times.
Think they can build on that? They've got a young core there.
I don't know. So far, their quarterback hasn't shown that he can do anything with it.
Haley Horrocks short on the first. Hey, that's a second-year quarterback. I don't want to discourage anyone, but, some guys take a few more years than most to get there. Although we saw some impressive rookie play in the playoffs this year, didn't we?
Yeah, Joey Flacco won a playoff game his first 5 years. Every single
From
one
the
of his
corner, air ball. Elder, she hasn't had a great shooting night so far. She had the teardrop right in the middle of the lane, but missed 2 3-pointers. Quick 3. Baker's working hard. Works just hard enough to make it so the Cougars can get the rebound, so it's going to go the Utes' way.
I've seen Union be pretty aggressive so far this game, especially on the offensive end. There's a reason Uintah has got 4 fouls already. It's because of some aggressiveness. Another jump ball. I saw her with the hand on that ball. That's a good call.
Lexi Anderson reached in and pinned it. And again, you're right. It is a good call. It's either got to be a travel. Katie Bettis jumps up. She's so dangerous from the wing. Elder, not afraid to shoot. She's missed 3 3-pointers. She's not going to miss them all game.
Horrocks. Nice leap and leaner.
Oh, wow.
That's a leap and leaner. She's got all the points for the Lady Cougars, 5.
And actually, it was an impressive play by both players. Elder got down and got her spot and set her feet and then went straight up, avoided the foul. But even more impressive was how Horrocks avoided the charging call and made a nice layup.
Baker's got 4.
Press again causing problems for the Cougars. That's going to be it's a tip.
Yeah,
that's right. That's the right call.
2.5, first quarter. That's a good looking shot right there.
Jeez, Lexi Anderson with a nice jumper from the corner, and it was pressured. You ever get a hankering to move back to Cincinnati?
Yeah. Actually tried to buy a house there a couple of years ago. You know who I worked with?
Oh, some guy at Mountain America.
Yeah.
and he didn't come through for you. What a jerk, huh?
No, we pulled out.
Nice defense by Baker.
Would have been a great rental, though.
Yeah, you know, the prices of homes, you know, I hear that all the time, people moving out here to Vernal. You know, the supply is so short here that the cost of housing is so high. But that was ridiculous. What was it, $18,000 for a? It
was $25 for a 4-level, let me count them up, I think 6-bedroom, 3-bath.
Traveling on the wing, Rachel Wright. Now Rachel's checked out for a little while with something on the face. We'll call it a face injury.
Missy Gingell still got her hands and a paper towel up to her nose. She really got hit hard. Over there on the bench, here's Allie Ross. Burchell. Nice drive. Oh, she could have turned that corner. 3-point attempt.
Oh, everything but in there. And here comes the Utes in a hurry. They've got numbers. Oh, nice defense by 23 Chelsea Burchell. Comes in and saved what would have been a sure layup by Baker.
So under 1 minute, first quarter. Oh, did you see that little
clear off elbow?
Yeah.
Oh, and can't get it to drop, but gets her own rebound and then gets
Jump
tied
ball.
up by Baker for a jump ball. 42 seconds left. The Utes lead the Cougars 10-7.
Baker making an impact. You know, like I was saying earlier, Victoria Middleton, it's usually her substitution in the first quarter. And Baker, we don't usually see play until the fourth quarter. She's been making an impact, though. 4 points and some great defense. You can see the adjustments with the different teams that we've seen them play in the last couple of weeks. 3-point attempt to tie it, short.
Both teams struggling from the 3-point line. Neither's connected.
Bettis. And a foul on Baker.
That's an interesting foul. Baker actually had the inside position, and when Burchell, not Burchell, yeah, it was Chelsea Burchell came down with that, she grabbed it over her arm, and Baker just had the misfortunate position of just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, there's another little forearm shove. You see that on the drive?
Boy, a deep three that time. Rims out.
8-7, 6, 5.
Oh, and she's going to get the she gets absolutely just butchered. Haley Horrocks comes down and lays down the law and says, you're going to have to earn it at the charity stripe.
So here's Rachel Wright at the free throw line. So far, no points.
I thought she had a sure layup, and Haley Horrocks had different ideas about that.
So 3 seconds left. First one's good.
Tonight's game brought to us by L&L Motor. People you know, people who care. Become a fan and like L&L on Facebook. You can be entered in their drawings.
Perfect on both. 2, 1. No sense of urgency there, and Uintah takes a 12-7 lead into the second period. We'll be back with that action right after this. It's VTV.
CT, or nuclear medicine study, here are some things that you should know. Ashley Regional Medical Center has the most advanced technology available in rural Utah. The radiologist at Ashley Regional has 2 board certifications in the field of radiology, including nuclear medicine. The technologists at Ashley Regional are skilled, friendly, and informative in meeting your needs. From X-rays to CTs, Ashley Regional is Northeastern Utah's choice for quality radiology services.
Are you reaching your fitness goals? Do you have any? Are you tired of a same old routine? Have you considered having a trainer? Come in today to see what CrossFit has to offer. Our well-trained staff of personal trainers can help you reach a higher quality of life. Think CrossFit is for elite athletes only? Anyone with a desire can reach their fitness goals. CrossFit Avenue, committed to you and your quality of life.
Here at Union High School, a 12-7 game. Lady Utes going into the second quarter with a 5-point lead. Lady Cougars 1-7 in region, which means they've got to win to basically get in a position for a 4 seed for the playoffs out of Region 10. Uintah holds that seed right now, Park City being last, Union 5th, and Uintah 4th. Uintah's last game is at Juan Diego later on this week, Friday. Allie Ross with the steal.
Sloppy play by Bunderson. Turns into a foul, and that's a great way for the Cougars to start the period, put Allie Ross on the line, and pick up the 6th team foul for Uintah.
Yeah, that's it's the bonus from here on out. So if Union stays aggressive and starts hitting the boards and taking the ball in, they should have some success on the free throw line as well.
Allie misses the first.
And second one good. All right, so with that boys game later on tonight, Mark, free throws, free throws, free throws.
Boy, you know, you watch that happen, you talk about it. I took a 8th grade Uintah team up to Grand Junction, up to Rock Springs. We lost an overtime game. Guess how we lost it, Brian?
Free throws.
Free throws. You know, it's the same on every level of basketball. You know, if you can just hit, you know, we lost a 1-point game and we missed 3 free throws in the overtime. You know.
Yeah. Those Uintah boys, when we covered them last Friday, 1 for 10.
Yeah, and we're talking about the 9 points. Maybe that's not the difference in the game, but if you hit 4 more of those, it changes the dynamic of the game. Then the team that's got the lead has got a 2, maybe 4-point lead, and they're playing a little tighter. But when they have a 10-point lead, they can play loose.
Well, Uintah lost by 2, and they missed 9 free throws.
Oh, this is the game,
Park City
game that you called by yourself. We have an offensive foul.
I don't know what to think of that. That's just one of those, you know, she's trying to set a screen. I didn't see her take a step. I wasn't really looking that direction.
Maybe coming in and not set.
Yeah, referee had a good view there.
And they didn't put up on the board who got it, but I think it was 23.
Yeah, it's Burchell.
Yeah, Burchell that got that.
Baseline Bettis
out of bounds.
Elder.
Another teardrop, and she gets fouled there. Allie Ross with the foul. Sometimes that's how you have to get yourself going in a game where your shot's not dropping. Get into the lane, get fouled, and get started on the free throw line. Build a little bit of confidence. Oh wow!
You ever play that
act on the front of the rim, and it decides to go down for her.
You ever play that game at an amusement park when you have the bowling ball and you got to get it over the hump? It goes up, hits something, and it kind of bounces back, and you've got to have the perfect touch.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of that.
I think I've blown way too much money, and my 8-year-old boy tried it for the first time and won. I'm a sucker for those games. I got to stop and play one of them. When I go into an amusement park, I gotta have a limited supply of cash. Otherwise, I'll blow it all in those stupid games.
Well, it seemed like those games used to be a quarter. Now they're like $1.50. Wow, another backcourt no call, but Bunderson doesn't complain because she gets an easy layup.
Yeah, the advantage was in the Utes' favor there, and they are giving the Cougars fits, and they're going to get a travel call. But I tell you what, the Utes are aggressively fighting for that ball, and it could have been a foul. I mean, Bunderson hit her on the arm.
Oh, but she took 2 gigantic stomping steps before that happened.
Just convinced the referee out loud.
18-8.
Boy, just slowly taking the full 4.5 seconds to get that ball in, Brian.
Missy Gingell back in. She's on defense on Elder.
How about that behind the back dribble? Woo, the Utes are lucky to maintain possession there.
Alexis Rasmussen to Elder from 17, side shot. Rasmussen rebound up.
Nice. Nice awareness of what the defense is going to do. She came underneath it, then got her layup. You tell the rebounders never to bring the ball down low, but in that case, it worked.
Allie Ross. Inside to Gingell, no call. That's a good no call because
Jump
she was
ball.
straight up. Jump ball's going to Union.
You're right. You talk about position, and you have a right to your space. If somebody comes into you, so often you'll see that called incorrectly. Timeout. It's a 20-second timeout. We'll keep it here, Brian. Moon Lake Electric in operation since 1938. Moon Lake Electric is owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake Electric is a cooperative, not privately owned.
I'd like to thank those sponsors for bringing this broadcast to you. If you're watching live at Strata.tv, remember, any game that we broadcast is live here through WebView. We're back here Friday night, Union and Wasatch. And Union's playoff hopes could ride on that game, depending how they do today. They actually may be eliminated today, depending on the outcome of this game.
So Union takes their second timeout. They have 3 remaining of 5:41 left in the second period. The Utes in control early with a 12-point lead, and it's the press and the active play of the guards that's the difference.
Lexi Anderson, 4 points. Bettis.
If we're going to get no calls on one side, might as well get them on the other side.
Yep.
A little bit of contact, but again, position and straight up.
Allie Ross finds an alley.
Yeah, she found an alley, and then she took a shotgun with the left hand, and it bounced off the glass about 10 feet.
Bettis, nice move. That was great.
Oh, and doesn't get it to drop, stays active and tips it out. Then
Bettis
gets it
again.
back, and it looks like she's going to get that one.
Uintah's just attacking.
Follow your shot. She does, even though she doesn't get the rebound by tipping it. Makes it so that her teammate can, and then reestablish position. Oh, again with the left hand, and she's lucky she didn't pick up a cheap foul there. She turned around, took a little shot to right.
Elder, good shot.
No, doesn't get it to go. Her shot has not fallen. Again, she's too good of a shooter to be cold all game. But so far, the Cougars have not taken advantage of her cold shooting night.
4:20 second quarter. Missy. Burchell. Oh, easy, wide open
beautiful
shot.
backdoor run.
And there's the left hand going right for Allie Ross.
Yeah, and she's missed 3 in a row with the left hand. But that's just staying active without the ball in your hands. That's going to go turnover on the Utes. But she saw that backdoor lane, and then the patience from the post, waiting for something to develop. So often the post gets it and thinks they have to shoot immediately.
10-point lead for the Lady Utes. Burchell in. And guarded by Jessica Spencer. Here's Gingell. Oh, she was nice. Inlet. Is that the right word, inlet? Or
Inlet, yeah.
I don't know.
Entry
I come up
pass.
with my own little basketball lingo as I do this. Inlet. No, that was a great pass inside. I was thinking Missy Gingell should have just turned around and she had a lane, but
She did. What happened is 22, can't think of her name right now. Help me out, Brian.
Bettis.
Katie Bettis was afraid she was going to get a foul call, so she jumped away from her, and there's this wide open lane to the rim. Turned out all right, but it could have been an easy layup. A little long.
Rebound,
Oh,
Lexi.
look at that.
Oh, wow, she hits the floor.
Trying to convince the referee she was fouled. They didn't buy it.
Rachel Wright, inside 3.
It's going to be just 2. Her foot was just inside the line. I mean, the Ute pressure, every time they have a chance, they swipe at the ball. It's got to be frustrating. You know, the referees are clearly not going to call that every time. There's a foul.
Haley Horrocks, who's going to be at the free throw line. It is the bonus from here on out anyway, but she's shooting 2. She brought the ball up from right here for her shot. And it's just, you know, what do? You want to stick your hand out and you want to get your hand in there.
That's the old, when there's a block shot and the ball goes straight in the air, it's pretty clear indication the arm was gone. If you block the shot and the ball goes down, I'm a master of the obvious, bro. I've really got these physics things, you know.
Yeah. kind of like on the jump ball, you know, if Union's tipping it backwards and it goes straight out of bounds, you think it was off Union. But
well, that's why I'm not a referee. I can't master some of these little subtle intricacies on the court.
Union coach is wondering where the foul call is, but
Bunderson just swipes every time. Every time that ball comes in front of her, she swipes. There's another swipe. You see that, quick hands, and it's just exasperating as the ball handler.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice pass down the middle again, and Birchel's going to the free throw line again. 24-15.
You know, and she got called for the foul because she swiped down. Had she just maintained her position straight up, she has the right to that space, but the swipe down gets the foul call.
Missed free throws, missed opportunities.
They've cut it down to a single-digit lead, but there has been several missed free throws to make this a much closer game, a 2 or 3 possession game instead of 4 or 5. Nice touch to roll it over the front of the rim.
She's got 2 points, 2 for 4.
The Utes have struggled on the half-court sets. They haven't been getting great looks at the basket. Good hands by the front court, of the Cougars. Results in a turnover.
Gingell, nice shot. I was thinking maybe she wasn't in rhythm right there, but she was. And there's a timeout on the floor because of it. 2:35, second quarter. What was once an 11-point lead, maybe even 12, is now a 6-point lead, 24-18.
That's just a 20-second timeout. Brian will stay here. Western Petroleum has expanded throughout the country, but still supports the innovation with many charities and community events. Western Petroleum, a proud sponsor of tonight's game. 2:35 left. Clawing and scratching their way back into the game. At about the 4-minute mark, it looked like it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah, Union's done a great job getting back into it. Missy Gingell making her impact felt after gotten impact earlier in the game from the top of the head.
She's
Luckily,
got a big, bright Rudolph nose. But the Cougars will take her any way they can, especially with her scoring points.
Henline goes banking it and decides she's just going to go straight in.
And I just was talking about how they were struggling on their half-court sets, and they made a liar out of me in a hurry.
Gingell
Easily broke the press.
Gingell. Backboard. And it's off a foot of Uintah. Maybe not. I can't see from up here, I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what happened. Jessica Spencer was right in the mix there. It worked so well last time, they figured they'd go right back to it. It was a nice block.
And Henline again, that's 3 fouls. She's going to have to come out.
1:58 left, and double bonus after this from here on out.
So these free throws should be keeping the Cougars into this game.
Lexi Anderson had a gorgeous block down here. She did it flat-footed. She didn't even jump for it.
It's like Baker's going to come in for Henline. Horrocks
rattles it in.
8 points now for Horrocks. She's got 6 from the free throw line alone.
Stacy Baker had a nice first quarter. We didn't see her much here in the second period. It's not much of a downgrade on that substitution. Another missed free throw. 7-point lead for the Utes.
Knocked out of, oh no, they're calling it Union ball. What happened is Ali Ross had her hand on it. The pass tried to come up, she just kept her hand on it, almost like should have been called a jump ball, but got knocked down out of bounds. They gave it to Union. 26-19. Keep it to single digits. Could be 4
3-pointer up, and oh, it looked good from here. The Utes have numbers if they'll recognize the, and they miss.
And Jessica nearly runs into her dad sitting down there in the corner.
Got to be careful of the tripods down there.
Yeah. So Union ball, minute and a half, 90 seconds. Birchall back to Gingell. Up to Ali Ross. That's a dangerous pass, but it's knocked out into the cheerleaders. Cheerleaders right there on the court.
The cheerleaders have no idea what's going on around them. That's typical.
Mark. Gonna get us in trouble.
Oh, I wasn't just talking about basketball.
I know. Missy Gingell, Haley Horrocks.
And now
no, that's Lexi. I'm sorry. She's got the
oh,
ball.
it looked like a travel to me.
Yeah, it looked like a big, gigantic step.
Pick up the pivot foot.
Nice pass, Burchell. They can hit those.
Can't make the layup. Here comes the Utes in a hurry again. Good defense. Shuts her down, Missy Gingell. Too aggressive. It gets a foul call, but that's the fifth team foul for the Cougars. So they have 2 to give at this point. One to give, excuse me.
Yeah, they can afford to
left.
they can afford to be real aggressive here on the defensive side for one more.
With 47 seconds left, we want to remind you to stick around for the halftime entertainment brought to you by Dan's Tire.
Oh, who's the foul on?
You know, we're talking about.
That's the one to give right there.
There's the one to give. 40 seconds left, 6-team foul. And now I know that Uintah.
Hands everywhere. Look at that. .30 seconds. Gingell.
Turnover. Coming back the other way. They stop Gingell in her tracks. 25 seconds left. How did Union do in the with the foul down there? How did they do in the drill review?
Fifth.
Because they were fifth.
Yeah, in the state 3A they were fifth.
Now, did they take any of the military kick or dance?
No, Uintah swept all 3.
Yeah, Uintah was first in all 3 categories and first overall, obviously.
I know Union got 5th and 4th in 2 of them. I can't recall which ones are which, but the Union drill team is preparing to come out. You can see them down in both of these locker room alleys here.
They got nothing to be, that's still a great showing for the Union program.
Oh yeah, Duchesne took first in 1A. Missing both free throws. It's never good. Elder down in a hurry.
So the Uintah Basin well represented in the drill review here on.
Tabione even ranked in some of the different categories.
Neither team able to get anything off here in the last minute of the game. Utes maintain possession, but the Cougars defense, they haven't even got a shot off. The Utes haven't, because the defense is right up in their face.
5 seconds.
And they're not going to get, doesn't look like, they get a shot off, it's an air ball.
Boy, Erin is.
She certainly struggled with her shot.
We know Erin plays a lot of JV as well. She may be getting tired. It's a long season, isn't it? Well, this has been a pretty quick half on the other side. 26-19, Uintah with the lead, 7 points. Union definitely not out of it. They're just a couple of those easy layups away from having a real close game. So.
Yeah, a 6-point game. Neither team has shot extremely well. We'll see what changes they bring after the halftime entertainment. Again, brought to you by Dan's Tire of Vernal. Stick around, folks, for the drill team from the Union Cougars.
Girls Basketball Club. They're $5 and they go to benefit.
Moon Lake Electric was organized in 1938 as a rural electric cooperative by residents of northeastern Utah who were unable to obtain electric service from a private power company. The cooperative philosophy involves working together for the common good by providing a service that is beneficial to all. Moon Lake Electric is owned by those it serves and is a valuable community partner. We are proud to support the television coverage of Uintah Basin High School sports.
Union High School girls lead by Sarah Campbell, Valerie Hempberg, Kim Murray. Next up, Union High School cheerleaders. Cheerleader line for Christy and Pete Bogart. Union High School cheerleaders. Great job. Next up, Dash for Cash. The girls are spreading on the floor, $1 bills.
Western Petroleum is a local company that has expanded throughout the country, providing a wide variety of services, including fuel delivery, lubes, oils, and propane. Although Western has experienced tremendous growth, they continue to be committed to many events here in the Uintah Basin, including high school sports, rodeos, charity fundraisers, livestock shows, and they are an active member of the local chamber. As Western continues to be a leader in the petroleum industry and expand their service areas, they are committed to powering the promises made to their customers now and in the future.
I got to tell you this one thing about a guy that was probably one of my best customers. He said, "Lynn, how much will a set of tires cost me?" Mental telepathy had told me to do this tax bit and that, and give him one price and going on down the road. And so I did. And I must sold him, at least 5 or 8 cars. And he'd trust me, he'd call me up and tell me to bring him up. He'd say, "Labram, I think it's time we traded." So I'd take him up what I figured his wife would like. And when a man trusts you like he did me, he called me up from the hospital, said, "Labram, I think we ought to trade cars. Come up to the hospital." I sold him a car for his wife, and he never seen it, and he paid me for it without ever seeing it. And I'm sure that he trusted me that if anything was wrong, I'd take care of it.
Visit L&L Motor on the L&L corner in Roosevelt today. People you know, people who care.
Support for VTV's high school sports coverage is provided by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, and Western Petroleum.
I'd like to acknowledge some of our sponsors. John Blake, Dr. John Blake, Western Petroleum.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second half here at Union High School. Brian Baldwin, Mark Mason here on VTV, broadcasting live through WebView with strata.tv. You can watch a replay anytime once it's uploaded to channel6.com. This will also be rebroadcast on Channel 6 cable and 706 Strata networks. So you went and took a 7-point lead in the halftime. What do you think Christy Putnam was talking to them about?
You and I, it was kind of interesting because they didn't have a locker room for the girls. So they stuffed them on the stairs leading up to the second floor. We heard a little bit about it. And staying active on the defensive side, continuing to cause those turnovers. And they've got to work harder on their half-court sets, getting off clean shot, more ball movement. And then we also walked past the Union side. We didn't get to hear as much from them.
Inside to Lexi.
They've got to make those easy layups. I don't want to call that one easy.
That one right there.
They'll work hard on that offensive glass just like they did. Down to a 5-point lead. So we had the Dan's Tire halftime entertainment. And Brian, I noticed the girls for the Union cheerleaders had the green laces.
Yep.
And that's to support. Now you know a little bit about that.
From what I understand, it's Coach Hankey's wife suffering from, now correct me if I'm wrong, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah.
And so they're doing that to support her with the green laces. They also have these, they're reminiscent of Pittsburgh Steelers' terrible towels, but they call them hankies.
Hankies. Yeah, the Cougar hankies.
So I thought that was pretty clever.
They want to wipe the floor with the Utes. And after they're done wiping the floor, they'll clean up the mess with the
nice
hankies.
steal. Missy Gingell, let's see what Erin Elder can do on defense. Oh, yeah.
What do we got? Oh, we got a block. Okay, yep. And she did come and tried to get down, but was twisting when she got there. Close. Not quite quick enough. Boy, and you see the difference, because Missy went out early with the bloody nose. And the Utes jumped out to a 12-point lead. Now she's been back. They've been fighting her way back into the game. Down to a 4-point lead. Clearly not the same team without her presence on the court.
You're right. This is a different Union team. It could be a 3-point deficit right here, which is definitely doable considering they've already outscored Union, or Uintah, 3-0 this quarter. And a jump ball. So guess who gets it back?
Yeah, here we go. Now the Cougars with a chance to cut it down to a 1-possession game. And they don't capitalize. It's always the trickiest pass is the cross underneath the basket on the inbound. Sometimes it's open, but it's always the trickiest. Sometimes it's more appropriate to put a bounce pass because the defender can't reach out and swipe it like they did. But there's so much congestion through there. Wow, what a drop-down pass. And a nice conversion by Wright.
Taylor Henline.
Excuse me, Henline. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the 3 and the 4 mixed up.
Bettis.
Henline.
Bettis misses. Gingell rips
Could have been it over the back. Just stronger up on the rebound and rips it away.
Into Haley Horrocks. Nice angle.
Oh, and wasn't able to get it. Bettis with a nice block. But I'll tell you what, right now it looks to me like the Cougars want it more in this period.
They do. Haley Horrocks right there, a couple chances. Even after it got stripped away, Lexi still put it in, and now Taylor Henline's going to go to the free throw line. Let's see if they call it on the ground. It seemed like it was before. Nope, he's going to give him 2 shots.
2 shots.
Looks like it may have been before she went up for the shot, but I agree that it's on the shot.
VTV Channel 6 programming is available 24/7 on Strata's cable TV service in Vernal, Roosevelt, Duchesne, and online with Strata WebView at strata.tv.
Henline gets that one to roll in. She's got 5.
She's got those blue shoes on.
Purplish blue. I think they're multicolored.
They got pink laces.
29-24.
Oh, and she just backed away. We got so concerned with her shoes, but she just backed off and gave a clear lane for Allie Ross, and Allie Ross isn't stupid. If you're not going to cover the basket, I'm going to go right at it.
Bettis nearly gets a frustration foul there. Union coach is wondering what's going on. Now a steal.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, she did move right there, right as contact.
She leaned into her.
2 shots.
And this turnover here leads to free throws, and it's a lazy turnover. When you see your guards in trouble, you got to flash to the ball, and they just stood there waiting for the pass, and that made it an easy, steal for. Boy, and I'm getting Wright, and Henline just crossed over. It was Wright that got the steal.
Yeah, and Wright's at the free throw line. She's got 5 now. And now 6. Nice cross court. That's a dangerous pass, but she was wide open.
Lots of contact, no calls. Off the glass, does not get it to drop. It's going to be a tipped out on the Cougars, so the Utes will maintain the possession.
31-26, 5.5, third quarter.
She's so good on that dribble drive. Whoa!
Now Putnam's not going to be happy.
Haley Horrocks had different opinion on that good on the dribble drive. Swats it out of bounds.
It's a physical game, Mark.
Oh, Bettis, and she held on just a little too long and almost gets upended completely.
Bunderson, we saw her take some shots early in the game, but she hasn't taken any since early in that first quarter. Elder is off. Something's off today with her.
She's only made 1 from the floor by my count, the little teardrop in the lane. Has made some free throws.
Lexi. 8 points for Lexi, and I'll tell you what, Birchall set another screen. The set kind of came late, and Bunderson got blown back a little bit. No call. A lot of physicality out there. Nice move by Henline. Blocked down is Lexi.
Taylor Henline, patience, then made her move. Lexi came in and chopped down again.
So 4:33, it's just a 3-point game. Henline misses. Henline today, 5 points.
So the adjustments since the first period have all gone in the Cougars' favor, and slowly, point by point, have crawled their way back into the game.
All right, that one's good.
And you see Victoria coming in. Is this the first time she's come in the game tonight?
Yeah, it was a little surprising not to see her in the first half.
Yeah,
She's usually the first sub.
Right, she played in all the games that I've been to for the Lady Utes. She's played a very vital role in the substitution pattern. Makes you wonder if there's something where she doesn't feel well or how to. She looks like she's moving just fine to me.
Yeah, Union just unforced turnover right there. Timeout on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been informed that the Dash for Cash winner, Tim Negus.
We're all in suspense over the Dash for Cash.
They've indicated a full timeout. We're going to take a short break, hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back right after the timeout.
With more towers locally and the only true 4G LTE network in the Uintah Basin, you get more with Strata Networks. Enjoy fewer dropped calls, the basin's fastest and most reliable network, nationwide coverage, and the latest technology that keeps you connected like never before. Visit us in Roosevelt or Vernal, or call us at 622-5007. More speed, more power. 4G LTE, only from Strata Networks.
Support for VTV's high school sports coverage is provided by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, and Western Petroleum.
Welcome back to Union High School. Quick timeout to talk about things. Uintah seen their 7-point lead go down to 4 slowly, just chipping away point at a time. 32-28 is the score now, as Union did have an unforced turnover, lost it out of bounds. Now Uintah takes over.
A little bit of a press here, but it's easily broken by the Utes.
Bettis short.
And that pass from Elder was just a second too late. It was open earlier, but she waited long enough that the Cougars recovered. There's an over the back.
Layups. Layups, Mark.
Yeah, when you have 2 chances at layups, you got to make them. And then it turns into something like that where Missy Gingell picks up her 4th foul, Brian. That's not just a minor issue. With her out of the game, we saw the difference in the team, the way the team offense moved, the way defense was played.
Boy, she hasn't. It doesn't seem like she's been in there long enough to get 4 fouls. 3.5, third quarter. Horrocks loses it. Elder loses it.
And then he gets tripped. That was a pretty good slide. I think she had about 3.5 feet. That's the longest slide we've seen of the night.
What's the call?
Safe.
There you go.
Safe at home.
3.5, 3:29, third quarter.
The old Pete Rose right there in center court.
Now that was what happened to Gingell.
Yeah.
Was the Pete Rose slide right into her nose.
Yeah, where the belly doesn't slide quite like you expected it to. And down you go. Terrible entry pass by Elder, easily picked off.
And he takes someone out of the game. Good ball movement, Lexi. Boy, she's on tonight. 10 points for Lexi Anderson.
Don't look now. 30-32. After the Utes held a 12-point lead. About the 4-minute mark of the second period.
Elder, she
rattles that three-pointer home. And the Cougars have to be careful because she was over before. And it just takes one, and there's a really ticky-tack foul after some of the contact we've seen. That's going to go against Katie Bettis. The Union announcers had the same problem as we did. They announced it as Kylie Smulin, but there's 2 number 22s for the Utes. And we never see Kylie really get into the game.
Is there a timeout, or what's the call on the court right here? Back court. Mark and I looking down at the same time. We missed that. So another unforced turnover from Union. Uintah inside. That's for Aubrey Rasmussen. Rebound.
Oh my goodness! What a great play by Victoria. And with no angle, somehow flicks it over the back of her head and banks it in.
And another foul. Bettis has 4.
You know, I'm really having a hard time with this second referee. You know, we know Kevin Ash real well. I don't know the name of the gentleman here. But he's called some calls that I disagree with. And right now, he is getting an earful from Putnam. There have been some really quick whistles on this press.
And for the Utes, number 23,
And she is still barking at him. But
I don't blame her, to be honest.
You know, from some of the contact we've seen to those last 2 calls have been awful. Wow! I like that shot. The little underhanded scoop up and in.
That's a tough shot.
Chelsea Burchell, she's just a sophomore.
So is Lexi Anderson at the same time. A couple of great players for Union coming up the ranks. Allie Ross. Ivy for 3. Oh, that could have tied it. Rebound Rasmussen. Oh, I guess Uintah's up 5. It wouldn't have tied it. Rachel Wright gets bumped.
On the ground. And that's a recognition foul. You got to recognize you got fouled and chuck that up at the rim. Count of fouls is 6 fouls for the Cougars in this half. They've definitely come out more aggressive. 3 fouls for the Utes in this half. Next foul puts the Utes in the bonus for the remainder of the game. Next Cougar foul, I should say,
Well, this is a reversal of the first half. Nice shot, Rachel.
That was a really well-designed play. It's a dribble motion, and they got down into the block area, which forces the defense down, and then they come off, and the ball handler acts like a screener. So when they hand that ball off, her defender gets lost in that mix.
Over the back. Good position by Aubrey Rasmussen.
Haley Horrocks, a little too aggressive.
And that is a bonus. No, it's an offensive, offensive foul, so no free throws, but are they doing free throws?
Yeah, well, it's a loose ball foul, Brian. That's not an offensive foul.
All right, yeah. Well, they were lining up like there wasn't, but.
Right, I think it was a little slow recognition. They were in the bonus.
Okay, so 1:24, third quarter. Uintah starting to take charge again. It was cut to a 2-point or 4-point lead. Now it's 7, and it could be 9 right here. A total reversal of the first half, though, where Uintah was committing most of the fouls. Now it's Union.
Yeah, they're definitely the aggressor, and it's helped them claw back in, although the Utes have scored a couple of unanswered buckets and gone up by 7. And you look at this substitution by the Uintah coach. There's only one starter on the court right now. Excuse me, there's 2. You've got Rachel Wright and Haley Bunderson.
Aubrey Rasmussen on occasion does start. Victoria started senior night. But other than that, you're right, Mark. She's going a little bit deeper in her bench. You can see how many shirts are off, like how many of the warm-up shirts are off on the bench, and she's 10 deep right now with the 5 starters, 5 full subs.
Yep.
This is turning into a whistle fest.
Rachel Wright with the reach in. It was kind of a lazy foul. I always get so discouraged when I see a player reach like that. It's poor footwork that you have to reach across your body to stab at the ball like that. Yeah. If you'd slide first, that makes that a whole lot easier of a defensive play.
Inside to Lexi.
Nice block.
Hannah Horrocks in the game, tied up, and it's going towards Uintah.
Victoria Middleton got up and blocked that with the right hand. Well, they weren't able to come up with a clean, but maintain possession just by the virtue of possession arrow.
Anderson, ooh. Travel. That was a good call.
Tonight's game brought to us by Western Petroleum. They provide both on-site and card lock fueling services to construction crews, trucking fleets, drill rigs, commercial accounts, and farms in Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming.
Saved by Lexi. Look at her take that angle, and she loses it. Another unforced error, but boy, Allie Ross just hucks it up there. She gets fouled.
She got bailed out. She was out of control and just left-handed hooked that underhand scoop.
Allie Ross so far 5 points. 6.
6 point, cuts the lead to 6.
Nice shot. 7 points, she cuts it to 5. Okay, 24 seconds. Elder ought to wait for the last shot. Going to the fourth quarter with at least a 5-point lead. 5 seconds. She didn't create enough space. So 14 seconds in Union.
How often do you see that call?
Especially when she's kind of cut back and forth, but I was going to mention Allie Ross is staying right with her. Burchell for 3. Good.
Oh, and Elder tries to get it right back. She does! Yes, she does! At the buzzer, makes it home.
6 points.
That's going to make it a 5-point game. So Union cuts into the lead by 2 points. And now they lead, the Utes lead 42-37. We're going to take a break here, word from our sponsors. We'll be back to the end of this dogfight at the beginning of the 4th period.
If you need an MRI, CT, or nuclear medicine study, here are some things that you should know. Ashley Regional Medical Center has the most advanced technology available in rural Utah. The radiologist at Ashley Regional has 2 board certifications in the field of radiology, including nuclear medicine. The technologists at Ashley Regional are skilled, friendly, and informative in meeting your needs. From X-rays to CTs, Ashley Regional is Northeastern Utah's choice for quality radiology services.
Hey, welcome back. We're about to start the 4th quarter here at Union High School. We've got the boys game later tonight, streaming live here at Strata.tv. Thanks to WebView, brought to you by Tetris Design. They've got a location in Roseville and Vernal. For those of you watching from Vernal, go talk to Ted with computer problems, or he'll build you a new computer right to the specifications that you want. 42-37, Brian Baldwin, Mark Mason. This game is available on Blu-ray anytime. Just get a hold of VTV or go to VTVchannel6.com. Watch it anytime on your computer. Union coming out with Lexi, Haley Horrocks, Birchall, Missy Gingell, and Allie Ross. I'll tell you what, Birchall, Ross, they played most of this game. They want to win this game. They're keeping the starters out there for a long time. Uintah, on the other hand, they've gone 10 deep. Horrocks from the side and quick foul. And is it going on Victoria Middleton? I think so. Also in the game is Brady and Pittacus for Uintah.
Yeah, and we'll see how that turns out. But Putnam going deep on the bench on an important game. Her starters, her studs, are going to have fresher legs at the end. And if it's close at the end, the difference could be the substitution pattern. We'll see.
Horrocks has got to hit these free throws.
It's always a gamble. You know, you're a genius when you win and you're an idiot when you lose, right?
That's how it goes. What does that make me?
Well, you're a genius all the time.
Rachel Wright. 42-38. Union can cut it in half right here, or even do some more damage. But they unforced errors.
Well, they call a little tip on Elder, so it's going to stay here.
All right, so that was a forced somewhat error because they got the ball back. If I had to say, you know, key to the game for the Union Cougars, no more unforced errors.
Yeah, they've got to play clean basketball, and they've got to take advantage of every opportunity that comes.
Lexi and Victoria Middleton.
Oh, and that puts the Cougars in the bonus. And so now quickly the Utes caught up on the foul ledger. 17 fouls each.
Lexi got that elbow around Victoria's back, and Victoria couldn't move.
Yeah, quick 2 fouls by Victoria, too.
She's got 3 total for the game. And it's good.
Rattles it in on the first.
Lexi. That's 11. Sophomore.
11 points. Look at that.
Couple of good sophomores here for the Union Cougars.
Building the sophomore. You'll recall the state championship run they had a couple years ago. They had 5 4-year starters.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Bunderson. She's been waiting to take another shot since that first period. And they're going to call a foul. Are they giving her the points? No, wait. I guess they're not giving her the points. Oh, they did. They gave her the points.
Gave her the points, and then there was a foul.
And Victoria Middleton
and
now
that puts Middleton on the line. Oh, what a break for the Utes. Could be a 4-point possession. Misses the first. What do we got here?
What are we doing?
Well, and here comes the rodeo, and here comes the coaches to Christy Putnam saying, what the heck is going on here?
So the other coach has got to come over.
That's interesting. The buzzer goes off right when Victoria launched her shot. Wonder if that has anything to do with your concentration level. You know, the buzzer goes off when you're shooting.
I don't know. What's going on? Well, Union got the rebound, and it may just be an errant horn. So they're going to give the ball to Union. It was a missed shot. The horn, I think, went off after the ball left Victoria's hands. And so they may have thought it was a 2-shot foul, and so they were maybe making substitutions. I don't know. Missy Gidgill's got it. 4-point deficit for Union. We need a microphone right down there on the scorer's table.
You know, they probably get up to the scorer's table and, how's your kids doing? They're good. I just needed a break. Oh, thanks for blowing the horn. Yeah, no problem. You got anything to drink over here? I think that's probably how it went.
VTV's getting food at between the games. Can we have some? That's what they'd say. All right.
Haley Horrocks up strong. Puts herself on the line for 2. Almost a double bonus for the Utes. Next foul is the 2-shot bonus.
Boy, Horrocks, I'll tell you what, she single-handedly is doing damage from the free throw line.
But you only have
8 free throws.
Really, you've got 4 people have scored. Well, I guess it's 5 now for the Utes. But between Lexi Anderson and Haley Horrocks, they are carrying the load.
Oh, Allie Ross has a steal right there. She lets it go.
3-point game.
Rachel Wright into Victoria, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay. Okay, it's a 3-point game, Mark. This is exciting. 44-41. You weren't here with us Friday with the boys. Denver Buckaloo had a chance to win it at the buzzer, losing by 2 to Park City. These games are exciting. Last time I was in this gym, actually, the boys Union team, 5-second count, and Putnam says she called a timeout. And now a timeout.
Yeah, they do reverse that call. The Roosevelt coach now has his chance to go apoplectic over there. What the heck is going on? You call 5 seconds, then give them the ball,
and it's only a 30-second timeout, so wow. I think things are going to get real heated this next 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Tonight's game brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned. 3-point game.
Tyler loves the bass drum and the snare drum right
Yeah, we've got the TV crew down there right by the bass drum. And when they hit, you can see their back straighten up. It's just like a compulsive reaction. It's just boom, boom.
All right, so Union coach Alan Atlee-Ziff, he's wondering why they don't get the ball. The original call was 5 seconds. Putnam's over there saying, it was a 30-second timeout.
Putnam's over there going, hey, listen, when you've coached as long as I have, and the referees are just a little bit afraid of you, you can get your way more. Give it some time, buddy. I'm a little bit afraid of her.
Now he's down 3, his team is. And we've seen him react a lot over there on his sideline.
That could be a critical call.
Aaron Elder. Oh!
Continues to be off.
Victoria Middleton's going back to the line.
Sometimes the most important shot on the court is a missed shot. So here we see if she makes any points here, a great example of a coach doing something favorable for the team. Talking a referee into a timeout. Victoria's up and in.
Victoria today, 3 points. 4-point game.
Now remember, she didn't check in to the second half. Missed it badly, air ball.
Okay, 19 fouls on both sides, so double bonus for both teams from here on out.
Stretches a 3-point lead to 4 on the the timeout. Wow,
nice
that's textbook on how.
Oh,
okay.
No call, but they're going to say it's off Uintah. Neither coach is happy right now.
One wants a charge, one wants a foul, one wants the turnover. There's a curious no call, and you saw who made the call is the guy that I don't necessarily think I'll put on the Christmas card list.
Haley Horrocks, wild 3-point shot. 6.5, fourth quarter. Rachel Wright, I'm sorry. right through Ross's legs. Now Elder, teardrop.
Doesn't get it to drop. Good hard work by Wright. Doesn't get the rebound. Come back the other way.
Birchall to Ross. Across to Horrocks. Free throw line. She's a good free throw shooter. There it goes.
2-point ball game. I said right on the other play. It's Henline. I've been mixing them up all night long.
Well, I get the 2 number 3s mixed up, Allie Ross and Rachel Wright. There's Rachel.
Nice take.
You can't work as hard as you do on the offensive end and then give up an easy play like that.
Yeah, Missy Gingell just lost her on the perimeter, and she was just heads up aware, realized she had a step, and nobody helped over. Rachel Wright straight to the hole for an easy, probably the easiest bucket we've had all night.
I'm watching a little battle between Victoria Middleton and Lexi. Lexi doesn't like the...
Oh, a curious no call again.
Oh, wild shot. Didn't touch the bars above, so it's still good. Rebound.
Oh, that's the third. Oh, look at that. Got it out.
Jeez.
Almost the third offensive rebound by Roosevelt. Oh,
nice
just
steal.
stolen away.
An Elder foul.
Oh, thought we might get the N1, but Missy Gingell's so strong. She just reached in and ripped the ball out and was off to the races. And Elder with a good, clean foul. Says it's not going to be easy here. Puts the team in the double bonus, but this is a shooting foul.
So far, Missy Gingell, 3 points. And that was good.
And I know she hasn't done a lot scoring-wise, but helped control the tempo defensively. A good presence on that, helping break the press. Calmly makes both. Brings it back to within 2. 2-point game. It can go either way, Brian.
5:20 fourth quarter. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of. It's going to be physical from here on out.
Nothing. And here comes an easy layup. And it's tied up, Mark. 47-47. The Utes are unraveling quickly.
Nice block by Haley Horrocks. Nice block.
2 blocks. I thought that one was better than the first one, but they call her for the foul. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Cougars. It looked like a beautiful series by Haley Horrocks, and they get her for the foul. That's 5 for Horrocks, and she's done for the night.
She played a heck of a game defensively.
She really
right there.
did, and you look at the point total, and a lot of it at the line.
Yeah, 8 points alone at the line, 12 for her tonight. Double bonus. Rachel Wright hits the first one.
And here is where the free throws really matter. Tie ball game, 5 minutes left. Boy, 1 point lead for the Utes.
What a turnaround from the game we saw at Uintah High School.
Yeah, a blowout. 2-point game, high-scoring affair at 49-47. We could reach the 60s with both teams.
The way it's going. There's Horrocks' little sister, Hannah.
Victoria with a nice block out of bounds with the left hand. Tonight's game brought to us by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Ashley Regional has 2 locations, Vernal and Roosevelt. The Roosevelt Clinic offers full services, lab, x-ray, women's health, including OB services. Ashley Regional, proud sponsor of tonight's basketball game.
Whoa! Nice defense. Bunderson thought she had a cutter of her own going down the middle.
Oh, and that's
timeout Union.
A little bit of a conversation. Coach is basically saying to the ref, get her off my girl.
Yeah.
Very aggressive and physical. Timeout, and I believe that's the 4th called timeout by the Union Cougars. That could come back to hurt them. They have only 1 left with 4:31 left in a 2-point game. If you have no timeouts, it could be a critical issue in a tight game like this.
Definitely 49-47, Uintah over Union. Oh, 4.5, Mark. This fourth quarter is going to be a good Danny Porter. I'll tell you what. We've already had 1 foul out. We've got a couple others in foul trouble for the Union Cougars, I think, more than the Uintah Utes side. That's what happens when you have a tighter rotation, too.
Yeah. And there's foul trouble, and there's, they got to be careful because Gingell has 4. Then you put somebody in the game that hasn't had a lot of time on the court. They're cold.
All right, here we go on the floor for Union. Burchell, Ross, Gingell, Horrocks, and Lexi Anderson. Sounds like the starting lineup, except for it's not Haley Horrocks, it's Hannah Horrocks. For Uintah, we've got Elder, Bunderson, Wright, Middleton, and Headline, all the starting lineup except for Bettis.
Middleton getting a lot of minutes here. We didn't see her in the first half, but she's playing some important stretch right here. Had that nice block just a minute ago.
Way to hit the floor for that. And a jump ball.
You saw who got down on that jump ball. Missy Gingell.
Okay, Katie Bettis is not fouled out, but I think Coach Putnam, I think she's got 4 fouls. I think with those 4 fouls, she's saving her for this last part of the game, knowing how close it is. She's right at the end of the bench, so she's probably coming in here soon.
There's a little push and a foul. The mistake right there was the jump.
Yeah.
You know, if Hannah had kept her feet, she had position, but she jumped and met her in the air and left no choice for the officials but to call the foul. That's going to put Bunderson on the line for 2.
And it's good. That's what they need is free throws. 7
free throws in a row to stretch it to a 3-point game.
Saw Baker play a lot in the first half, not so much second half. Victoria Middleton, none in the first half, a lot in the second half. Second one's good.
Rattles it in, makes it a 2-possession game, Brian. Well, exciting game like this, I want to remind all the fans, those people watching, that DVD and Blu-ray copies of tonight's game are available. Go to vtvchannel6.com or call 781-1902 for your copy today.
Gingell, she held on to that for a long time. Got the right. That was just the right move to draw that foul right there.
Again, patience in the post. You know, we talk about that so often the post will catch it and just thinks they have to shoot immediately. Sometimes the best thing you do is wait.
It's no good. 4 minutes exactly, halfway through this fourth quarter.
4-point game.
I saw her talk to herself, much like Carl Malone used to. Haley Horrocks, no, Hannah, I'm sorry, nearly gets that away, but didn't want to reach over the back.
Yeah, and the reason that's not an over the back is because they're not making contact. They're reaching up and getting higher. Oh.
Dangerous pass, stolen away.
Turns into a turnover, so yeah, it was a dangerous pass.
Allie Ross loses it out of bounds.
Brian, what did we talk about? The one thing that the Cougars could not afford?
Unforced errors.
And they do there. They got in a hurry. Gingell just passes it out to a spot she expects her teammate to be. Wasn't there, and it goes out of bounds.
There's a lot of people getting in this gym, Mark. Got the boys game coming up at 7 o'clock, and people just keep pouring in.
And they may have had the JV game just in next door.
Yeah, that's true.
At halftime, I went over to check out the score, and the Utes were leading that one 35-29. That's a full timeout. We're going to take a small break. Hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. BTV.
Are you reaching your fitness goals? Do you have any? Are you tired of the same old routine? Have you considered having a trainer? Come in today to see what CrossFit has to offer. Our well-trained staff of personal trainers can help you reach a higher quality of life. Think CrossFit is for elite athletes only? Anyone with a desire can reach their fitness goals. CrossFit Avenue, committed to you and your quality of life.
Moon Lake Electric was organized in 1938 as a rural electric cooperative by residents of northeastern Utah who were unable to obtain electric service from a private power company. The cooperative philosophy involves working together for the common good by providing a service that is beneficial to all. Moon Lake Electric is owned by those it serves and is a valuable community partner. We are proud to support the television coverage of Uintah Basin High School sports.
Back here at Union High School, Brian Baldwin, Mark Mason, BTV for the finale of this exciting game. 51-47, the Utes have the lead.
VIP jazz ticket.
Boy, and you talk about how full this gym is.
February 28th, Thursday.
Standing room only, and they continue to pour in, and they're coming for the best part of the game. 3.5 minutes left, and it's an absolute dogfight out here.
Birchall gets it at midcourt, cross just in time. Up to Lexi Anderson, elbow shot, now back to Birchall for a layup, and foul on Victoria. Dang it.
Well, Victoria came over, and it was, and again, same thing, you gotta slide your feet first and establish your position. She came over and bumped her. That's gonna put them on the line, but we had 2 missed free throws just recently by Gingell. Let's see if Chelsea can do anything. She hits the first.
Wow, she's having a great game.
5'9" sophomore,
12
really
points.
impacting a varsity level game.
13 points.
2 points, she hits both, cuts the lead down to 2. Gingell thought she had that steal. Half-second late on her jump.
Under 3 minutes, fourth quarter.
Could have been a reach.
And that would be her 5th. Hannah, wow.
Hannah Horrocks fouls. She's going to put Haley Bunderson on the line, and Haley knocked down 2 just a moment ago. 51-49. Tonight's screen brought to us by CrossFit Avenue. The myth is that CrossFit's for elite athletes only, but the fact is they want to teach everyone who has a desire to improve their quality of life. CrossFit Avenue in Vernal.
Haley Bunderson, 9 points. Well, we've seen a lot of free throws in this game.
A little bit long on that one, but look who comes up with the rebound. Came in at about the 3-minute mark, just like we were talking about.
Erin Elder now. That was Katie Bettis getting that rebound. Another 5-second call coming?
Could be. She better get it out of there. She just does. That's a tip.
Uintah's just going to stall and make Union come out to them. Make them go to the free throw line. Erin Elder wasn't quite set on that screen. And on the floor, they're going to call a foul.
Oh, that's too bad. I think that
too bad.
I dislike that call because it's a loose ball, and that's 5 on Gingell. She knows her night's done. She heads to the and the points aren't important. It's what she did to help control the tempo and steady her team after taking that bloody nose right at the beginning.
Erin Elder at the line. 10 points, now 11.
Maddie Ivy, 5'9" junior, is the one that checked in for Gingell. We have a timeout on the court, 4-point lead.
And
that's a full timeout. We're going to take a small break. Hear a word from our sponsors.
Spaghetti dinner. All
Western Petroleum is a local company that has expanded throughout the country, providing a wide variety of services including fuel delivery, lubes, oils, and propane. Although Western has experienced tremendous growth, they continue to be committed to many events here in the Uintah Basin, including high school sports, rodeos, charity fundraisers, livestock shows, and they are an active member of the local chamber. As Western continues to be a leader in the petroleum industry and expand their service areas, they are committed to powering the promises made to their customers now and in the future.
Welcome back to Union High School. Unfortunately for the Union Cougars, 2 of their starters are fouled out, Missy Gingell and Haley Horrocks. Hannah Horrocks in there for her sister, and Maddie Ivy in there for Missy Gingell. But those were 2 of the spark plugs that kept this team going and kept this game close. Right now it's a 4-point game, but Erin Elder's automatic from the free throw line.
You got to be careful because nobody can afford to rest. It's the old Ewing theory, you know, when Patrick Ewing went out for the Knicks and then he went all the way to the finals. teams relaxed because they thought, oh, Ewing's gone, and the rest of the team picked up their play. You better watch that for the Cougars. They could come back, and they throw it away.
That's a double dribble. Union just got the ball on the other side of the court.
2 unforced errors. Rachel Wright intercepts a pass and then gift wraps it and gives it right back.
Well, now no full court press to break through. I haven't seen Union hit a 3-point shot today. That's inside the 3-point line. Horrocks with the rebound, and Bettis knocks it out. Yeah. I'm signaling, helping the ref out.
It's good that you do that. You know, you're kind of a community servant that way, Brian. Really helping everyone out with their jobs.
Well, the only people that can see me up here, everyone's got their backs turned, are the ref and the band conductor. So I keep the beat for the band conductor.
I tell you what, these poor referees.
Oh, unforced errors.
Unforced errors. Yeah, here we go. Because I have 2 home teams and I'm the biggest homer in the whole world,
yeah, you are.
They haven't made a good call all night. Have you noticed that? Every call they made was bad. Usually if it's a visiting team, they'll make at least half the calls right.
.140, 5-point game. Elder in there. Boy, just her little dribbling.
And one, and that's the ball game, Brian. I'm afraid that's going to be too large of a lead for the Cougars to overcome. She stretches it to 7, possibility to make it 8.
Yeah, Erin Elder just, you know, you think she's just going to dribble up top, but she sees that hole and she's just going to go for it.
And she's hit the deck hard a few times tonight. A couple of them were her own creation. That one she got hit pretty good and hard.
Well, when you're only 80 pounds, you don't hit very hard.
Yeah.
What do you weigh? 3 times that much? Yeah, it hurts.
I think of that 80 pounds, 20 of it's that blonde ponytail.
Lexi Anderson, she just dribbled it out of bounds. She's pleading her case to the ref, but
8-point lead. The end score is not going to be indicative of how this game went. It was a close fought affair all the way through. The end result was in question.
Oh, little trip.
That's incidental.
The game's only being extended.
It's an incidental. I mean, a nobody. Both players' feet got in the same spot.
If you pan this crowd, Mark, that whole other side above the scores table is just completely full right now.
Yeah. You got the rivalry game, the big show. Now, you know, a couple of years ago, they used to play it backwards. The boys would play at 5:15, and the girls would get the primetime slot. So, by my count, 27 fouls this half. That makes the game a little bit longer, Brian.
Yeah, it does. Bettis hits the second one. 7 points for her not playing a lot.
And the
Rachel
wheels
Wright,
have just completely fallen off the wagon for the Cougars.
If I were Union, I just kind of, I mean, you got to be aggressive, but don't foul. Yeah,
there's the foul. 1 minute and 4 seconds left. Want to thank all the sponsors that helped bring this game to you tonight. CrossFit Avenue, Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Western Petroleum, Techris Design, and Dan's Tire. And maybe it's time to start talking about player of the game.
Yeah.
Two movie tickets to the Twin for Roosevelt players. Two movie tickets to the Vernal Cinema for the Vernal player that we choose as the player of the game. Who you got, Brian?
Well, you know, it's weird. Even though Uintah is going to win the game, I don't really feel like one player in particular stood out.
But hasn't that been a theme for them all year?
Yeah, Erin Elder has obviously been the leader as far as scoring all year, and you know, taking some wide open shots, and she's got the lead in scoring today. Let's see. Takes me a while to add this up now. 15 points for her. On the other side, Haley Horrocks and Lexi Anderson. I say Lexi Anderson on the Union side. What do you say?
Well, you've got, those are the top scorers, but did you see what happened to the Cougars' ability to handle the press as soon as Gingell came out of the game?
Yeah.
You know, maybe it doesn't show up in the box score anywhere, but with her nose in the first quarter, they went down by 12, and as soon as she fouled out, we took a 2-point game, and and the Utes made it into an 8-10 point game.
About 15 seconds left.
I don't think you have a bad choice there, Brian. I'll let you decide. Sounds like you're going to go with Aaron Elder for the Utes, player of the game.
Yeah. And
give it to the one putting the points on the board.
If I choose Aaron Elder for Uintah, you've got to choose one for Union.
Well, yeah, you just heard my argument for Missy Ginter.
Yeah, but it's your choice, buddy.
That's what I'm going to go with. I think she was the one that controlled the tempo and helped that comeback cause. And they tied it up with 2 minutes left. Ultimately, they ended up losing by 8 points.
10 seconds. Good shot. Take it again. Blocked and fouled.
Well, I said 8 points. They may have a chance to cut it down here to 6. Special thanks to the high school administration and coaching staff for their coordination helping us make this coverage possible. Want to thank the fine folks at VTV Channel 6 that helped bring this show here to you with Brian and I. Camera operators are Devin Allred, Danny McKenna, and Alex Outstanding Munson. Graphics Dave Ryan, audio and video support Tyler Rasmussen, network engineer live stream Brent Simmons, director producer Superdale Allred.
Superdale?
Superdale.
You never bought one of those Superdale computers, did you?
I didn't.
4 seconds.
4 seconds. And that's the ball game. All right, me tonight was Brian Baldwin. I'm Mark Mason. Brian, any final thoughts before we bid adieu to the viewers out there?
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say you wouldn't have just clinched a playoff spot with this win. 4th seed in Region 10. Could they move up to a 3rd seed this Friday night at Juan Diego? We'll see. We'll have to take a look at the standings.
And we learned about the playoffs. All that matters is that you get in. Anything can happen from there.
Yeah, exactly. Union is now securely eliminated from playoff contention with just 1 win in region. Uintah's down about 3. And I don't believe Park City's they've got 1, and that's against Uintah. So, yeah.
So we want to look at our schedule coming up. We only have the 2 contests remaining. Wasatch at Union February 8th and catch Altamont at Duchesne February 26th. That's it for the girls game. We'll be back for the live crowd here in a few minutes for the boys varsity game between the Utes and the Cougars. Those watching on the tape today later on VTV Channel 6, thanks for tuning in.
VTV's high school sports coverage is provided by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, and Western Petroleum.